Hey up everyone, this is the Yorkshire Pan, back on Enigmatica 6 on Minecraft 16. Few things to recap before we get into the new stuff. Did do a little bit of mining between episodes and completed a bunch of the quests I had that gave me a few items, a few interesting items that definitely didn't think I would get. First of all, I dropped one of these, which, if I pop this out here, 55,000 hours per tick, and you see the speed at which that goes up. Not very quick. If I pop that into here, 150 RF, and look how fast that goes. That is an amazing find early on. Did get a few other things. I did try this out, so I've seen it, but a couple of analog levers from Create, a bit of canaf fibre, you can string, you can grow this stuff, a couple of potions, and these. Now, compared to my sword, which is 5 plus 10% damage and 1.5 speed, 7 damage plus 5% plus increased reach, and not quite as fast, but to show you the difference, if I was to hit this bit of grass here, I can go as far as, let's see how close I can get to this bit of grass. So there I can hit. Can't hit anything behind it. The spear, however, 3 full blocks. That is insane. Yeah. That could come quite in handy for fighting off monsters a little later, so I'm going to save that. The other, it's also made of bone, so nice to repair. This one, however, made of signalum, but it's a signalum sickle. Now, damage-wise, not really good for a weapon, but it's a harvester. I mean, I know at the minute we can just ultimine all of that, but that is a very pretty weapon, so that is getting saved as well, but that it may end up getting mounted somewhere, bit of a trophy. I've changed this around a little bit. I found that this one solar panel is enough to keep the furnace going, so I popped the other one on the back of here, so even if we run out of coal, we've still got plenty of power. Filling the battery, and this chest is filling up, so thought delve into the world of iron chests. Now, just doing the one for now, so we build this, tap the chest, and a single chest has a double chest space, and this can go to gold and diamond as well, but for now just gives us a little bit more to play with here. It does also give us a quest complete, and this 32 glass, not going to complain at that. So let's pop that in here. Right, so what I do want to do right now, let's have some food to start with. Oh, yes, forgot about that. As you eat, another thing for getting different foods, not only do you get the stat boosts from this, the more variety of food that you eat, it will start giving you extra health points. So it's really an incentive to eat as much different food as you can. Another reason to get a big old kitchen built. But, as you may have spied over here, I want to delve into a couple of tools that's just going to make our lives a bit easier. So let's drop all of these in here and get some crafting. So first thing I want are the building gadgets. These are going to make it a lot easier when we come to creating our base a little bit later, which I may do between this episode and next. Do have a preliminary location, but I am going to do a little bit more exploring as well first before we get to building. So I need is lapis, which we've got plenty, and diamonds, which we've got a couple, and we want a building gadget, and then this exchanging gadget. What this does, let's pop both of these in here for a quick bit of energy, and let's get some andesite just to show these off, and some netherrack. So both of those are full. Let's pop them here. Now with this, building and exchanging. So if we were to pop this down, shift right click on here, see this ghostly image? What that will do is whatever block I point to, it will build that block I've just clicked from the point to me. So there we go. Now the G key is the normal default. You can set this to wherever you want. If you hold G, you can change the type of build that it does. So a vertical column does what it says, builds column straight up. If we increase the range, it's brilliant for creating like legs and stilts. Horizontal, so you can use this to build bridges. So if you are in the nether, say, and you want to build a bridge across the lava pool, pop that down and you've got a bridge. Your vertical wall builds a vertical wall straight up, and your horizontal wall builds you your flat base. So again, brilliant for terraforming. Stairs, grid, and then just your straight surface. So if you click on it, it'll fill wherever that surface with as much as it can. You can anchor it, so even though moving around now, that stays in position. So if you want to build a vertical wall and you want to make sure it's in the right place, so if I let's do there, anchor it, and you can move around and make sure it's what you need for your right click to build. And if you think I've made that mistake, you can undo the last action. That is brilliant for base building. This one is also good. So say got this netherrack, we've built this wall. Actually, we don't want andesite here, we want netherrack. If we pop the range upon this, it'll swap that andesite for the netherrack. Meaning if you wanted to build a floor, you can swap out this grass or the dirt for netherrack. You can swap out wood, you can swap out obsidian. So what this will be used for initially is to get ourselves some early obsidian without a diamond pick. Again, you get things like your vertical columns, so it will only swap everything in a certain area. Again, horizontal grid as well, so you can have that same grid-like pattern. Fuzzy basically means that as it is now, if I was to swap some of this for andesite and surface again. Now, if I was to click on take fuzzy off, this will only swap the grass. So, only swapping the grass because that's the only thing that we can swap. And then we swap it back with the dirt we've just picked up. There we go. So if we were to put fuzzy on, it ignores the different blocks, and whatever that surface is, it will just swap. So if you are just wanting a blanket material and just ignore the different blocks that are in there, fuzzy is what does that. As is connected surfaces, if we were to have a wall, and let's say here, in fact, let's make this dirt. So as it is here, if I was to swap all of this back to andesite, there we go. Now it is going to swap, but you see it swaps through the wall. Connected surfaces will mean that it'll only swap what's in front of you, not what's hidden or around it. So ray trace fluid, that basically deletes fluid for you as you do swap. Again, you've got your anchor, you've got rotate and mirror, so you can obviously create a pattern, copy what you've just done somewhere else. For now though, let's get this all changed back. There we go. It also pulls things out of your inventory as well, so if you don't have the inventory, obviously you can't swap things out. I've done that so many times now, but it's not too bad. Let's pop all these in here. I am running out of places for seeds. Let's get rid of some of these out of here. Dirt can go in the other place. Of course, dirt can go in the other one. We need one more lead, technically equipment. So, pop everything back in its place. That is another chest we're going to have to double up. We're going to quickly go to sleep and make the rest of the tools that we want to make. Right, so what we want next are these three. These are going to help the mining operation go much quicker. You've got your flux magnet, which if we get this built here, bit of iron, bit of lead, one of those flux coils. We've got our flux capacitor, just need another one of those coils and we can get that built. And then the flux board. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. So one drill head. We need 2 of these tin gears, a single copper gear, and another flux coil. And we have our flux bar. Now again, let's just throw these in here, get a bit of power in them. So these tools are essentially your RF drill, battery pack and magnet. Magnet obviously attracts things close to here. The more it attracts and for longer, it does burn up energy. Your RF, which your capacitor can be set to automatically distribute RF into the items that you've got. And then your flux bar, your drill, which it goes up to iron level drilling. It can't do obsidian onwards, but we will get our iron pickaxe upgraded to diamond, and that will in the future be our main ore miner. So let's get our speed on that again. So what we'll be doing is using the drill for landscaping and for drilling tunnels and getting basic blocks, the pickaxe for getting ores, especially if we do start getting that enchanted with things like fortune and toughness. And I mean, at that point we could probably get rid of the flux bar as well, but it's nice having that, especially early on. So what we could do with at this point as well is a tinker's workbench, which just needs a flux coil and a crafting table, and voila, tinker's workbench. So we'll pop this, pop it here. This can be used to charge up your tools. It can also be used to augment them, which is this nifty little thing here. So now that that's all done, let's pop that off and we'll show you what we mean. So this, scale factor 3. So what that means, if I was to pop this into my flux capacitor, that 500,000 RF per tick, 1,000 transfer rate, would become 1.5 million and 3,000 transfer rate. So it can charge, holds a lot more charge and can charge things much quicker. It does, there are other things you can augment it with. In fact, you know what, I think we will have that in there. We just need to make sure that has plenty of time to power up everything in there, and pop some coal in here. There we go. So that means obviously the longer we're out, the more power we need. It means we can stay out longer without having to keep coming back and topping up our RF. We've got our rucksack as well, which means we are pretty set on storage space as well. Although this, yeah, we're at the point where we've got way more seeds than we can actually hold. So let's get another another chest. Let's pop it out here. This could be the seed chest. There we go. Get these back, and yeah. So having this, I mean, it does help later on. We do get things like jetpacks that need energy as it goes on. You also need hydrogen for the mechanism jetpack, which is really versatile. There is permanent flight. You've got things like the angel ring, which I am. It is one of the curios. There are a lot of things in the curios that, yeah, there is an absurd amount of artifacts and things that give you flight, that give you strength boost, toughness. Yeah, a lot of these artifacts you will find in chests, in loot chests, like those, and a lot of them in dungeons, be it the small vanilla ones or some of the new ones added by the mods, none of which I've found yet, but there is plenty of time. So I think with this, what we are going to do is get ourselves a little bit of obsidian from some of these surface portals and do a little bit of exploring, see if we can find somewhere suitable to build a base. Yeah, we've got quite a little bit of iron, got a few blocks of gold, but we are going to need a lot of this. I did find this biome here that's got a lot of terracotta, so we may do some fancy flooring by the time we're done. Terracotta useful for the kitchens as well, so yeah, I think it's time for a bit of explore. This episode might just be scouting about, picking a base location, and you know what, I've set off running and I forgot to take my flux capacitor. Yeah, so what I'll do, pop back if I find anything interesting. And there I go, making a rookie mistake and not fetching a bed with me. But if I can get this in time before anything sees me. There we go. Sleeping bag. Portable bed, you can drop it anywhere, but unlike a bed which resets your spawn, this doesn't, it just lets you pass the night. Although I could do with some of those bones, so I may have to try and sneak in, get some of these skeletons while they're burning. No. This savannah biome as well, we have elephants. 40 health. I have not tried killing any because, well, they're elephants, they're endangered anyway, but yeah, I don't like my chances if they do turn violent. So I think I'll leave those well alone. Yeah, some interesting biomes. Got a lavender field, had a cherry blossom blight biome. We've got this baobab savanna. It's quite nice, plentiful trees actually. With some not too bad on the planks either. Could make a nice base. For some base building, what do we have here? Ah, a village. Excellent. There's plenty of chests to loot. With plenty of food in as well. Right. This is where things are going to get... there we go. This will be the immersive engineering house. So a couple of these lanterns, these crates I mentioned before. We've got this, which is a Enigmatica house. A few basic machines, some not so basic components. And an directional hopper. Got a couple more houses over there. So much water from this mountain. It looks like there's so many more houses on the top side of it as well. Flower pot stone cutter. We shall have one of those. That's going to come in handy. And oh, as you can see, my magnet is working overtime. Let's just get everything we don't need to carry into here. Right. And a blacksmith. Always like seeing the blacksmiths. And some of the trees added by the magic mod as well. Those make some really nice grey planks as well. And okay, bit of obsidian, bit of bread, bit of apple, cardboard, cheese, but 100% attack speed. Ooh, let's try these out. So attack speed, you can see the sword in the middle fill up. See what these do. Whoa. That is going to make a massive difference. Oh, I don't feel as scared of getting into fights now. This is proving to be quite profitable. What we're going to do, I'm going to raid the rest of it. I'll be back in a more to show you what we've got. Okay, before we go any further, oh, I'm so glad these got added. Bounty boards. Basically, quests that you can get from villagers that give you rewards. So that gives you arrows of arming and air, gives you air, bow and a crossbow, arrows of slowness and crossbows, and you get decrees, which this decree basically means that this bounty board will produce more arrow-based deflection one. These are great ways of getting some early resources really quickly and really easily. They can be automated to a degree. Yeah, that is a great find. Don't know whether I should tempt fate here and let's have a laugh, shall we? Yo! Okay, yeah, I deserve that. Back in a mo. We're almost back. Did eat one of my epic Oreos that gave me a bunch of status effect, but the main reason it gave me haste, get back a bit quicker. And whoop. There we go. There we go. Let's get this all back to some semblance of normality that doesn't involve me being an idiot and getting killed by an elephant. I did say that I wasn't sure if they would get angry, violent. They do. They hurt a lot. Not the first dumb decision I'm going to make before the end of this. But, do you know what? I kept thinking I've got an item in my hand. If not, it's these claws. That is cool. Right. Yeah, you can stay over there. I don't go near you. You don't go near me. We'll keep it like that. Okay, let's go back to raiding this place and see if we can get some more goodies. Well, found another one of these portals. Robbed it of the obsidian. This is quite interesting. Increases damage dealt. And capturing 5 on a sword. Oh, the capturing enchantment has a chance of returning an egg when you kill a mob, which you can use then to create mob spawners with a puff. Oh, that is a ridiculously good find at this point in the game. That, oh, do I have? I've got 2 hand slots, haven't I? Yes. So increased power. So what's that? Plus 4 damage. Double speed. Oh wow, that, as far as finds go, that is an absolute game changer. That is wonderful. Yeah, still haven't gone that far. This is the terracotta biome that I pointed out earlier. I'm kind of hoping for an ocean. Could do with some kelp. Which I know if I follow this river long enough, I will hit an ocean. And, oh, no, wrong one. I did just spy something on the minimap. There are 2 dungeon mods, so to speak, on this, on here, that you find on the surface. You've got one, which is just a bit of a tower filled with mobs. And you've got this, which is the very thing that I was looking for. Oh, this is a dungeon. So underground, there's a series of floors with corridors and rooms. And there is so much stuff in these. Problem is, there are also a lot of mobs. A lot of mob spawners, everything from zombies and skeletons right up to creepers, wither skeletons. Yeah, they're not the nicest place to be. And there's another standalone building over there. This bamboo forest. The bamboo will come in handy when we're base building as well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here for now. Going to go and raid this house first. But I'm going to call it here for now. I'm going to do a bit more exploring, see if we can find a little bit more stuff, a bit more call it here. See if we can find an ocean, see if we can find somewhere that makes a suitable base. Ooh, that's handy to have. And may even have time next episode to show off our advanced a few more things on the scaler here. Predominantly we're going to need a lot of cobble, so I could do with a cobble gen with one of these mechanical drills, so maybe skipping a little bit, but yeah, that might be our next protocol. But for now, obviously, do your thing, hit your like, hit your subscribe, comment below, and see if there's anything interesting here before I go. Quick draw range bow, that quite handy. Yeah, I shall see you soon. You take it steady. Have a good one. Bye bye.